How much cash should you have in your business at a minimum all times? I'm going to share some things that you should consider when you're determining the right number. Everyone always looks for magic formulas in their business, and there's not always magic formulas. Some things you just have to figure out what makes sense for you and what you're comfortable with. It is a balance of having too much cash on hand and then definitely having too little cash on hand. But things that I start with in my business, and I'll just share what I do, is I like to know my numbers and know what's going on. What are my total costs, whether it's payroll costs, expenses, like what's your carrying cost per month to run and operate your business? What happens if things stop? That was like a crazy thought, a few years ago, but when COVID happened, things literally stopped. So what's your runway? There's a lot of lessons learned from that. So how much runway do you have in your business? How long can you go on if things just stop? Or realistically, if there's a downturn and things slow down? Is it 3 months? Is it 6 months? What makes you feel comfortable? I like to have it, 6 months or more, at least, in my business. And sometimes as you're growing, that's just not possible. But you want to understand, what that carrying cost is, for your business. Then more important, like where are you putting money to work in your business? And what are your growth plans as you grow forward? Like what's your plan? You don't need to have this elaborate business plan, but you need to understand like what's the plan going forward, whether it's upcoming hires, whether it's equipment that you're buying, whether it's marketing dollars that are going to be spent, whether it's moving into a new facility, whatever it may be. You have to add up all those numbers and understand where you are today and where you're going. And then, look at what you currently have in your business right now. As you grow, how much more are you going to need? And then what's that amount that you want to keep in your business, and then balance all of that out to make a right decision. Every business is different, every industry is different. If you're really planning to grow and hire, you really want to do the math and understand your numbers so you know how much you're going to need to actually grow, and then how much are you comfortable with having in the bank in case, God forbid, your projections were off. A lot of times people over project, so make sure you under project. And what happens if those projections were really way off? Like how much money will you need to have in your business? I mean, that's probably the best advice I can give you there. Take the time to do the numbers, do the math, add everything all together, and then make a decision on what makes you feel comfortable. Like what do you sleep better with at night? Because you can ask this question to 10 different people and everyone will have a different answer. I don't think there's a magic formula. It's really about what you feel comfortable with and more importantly, where you plan to go. Thanks for tuning in to Grow by Joe, and make sure that you keep growing, but grow to plan.